So there are a lot of Malkin's moments this week. Lionel Messi won his 7th Ballon d'Or award, just extending the record mark. This guy continues to shatter the mold. In my opinion, he's the greatest player of all time. Whether you think it's Pele, Diego Maradona, Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, Cristiano Ronaldo, to me, I think it's Messi just because of the unselfishness that he plays with, the quickness, the touch, the finesse, the duration of the consistency. And I just love watching him play. And I understand that Lewandowski thought maybe he was going to win it this year. He's a worthy individual of the award, but it's only fitting that Lionel Messi wins this award. And again, it's a record-extending 7th award. The next closest is Cristiano Ronaldo, who's got 5. And Messi just won the award for the 2nd straight year, I believe. So to me, he's the greatest player of all time. And it's just he's been a marvel to watch. And speaking of other marvels to watch in soccer, the guy aforementioned, Cristiano Ronaldo, just scored over 800 career goals last week. He scored a goal in the 3-2 victory for Manchester United over Arsenal. He's got 801 goals now on his career since that record last week. So he has scored 130 with Manchester United, which obviously that's where he got his career started, and it's only fitting that it'll culminate, likely ending in a Manchester United jersey. He had 130 goals with them, 450 with Real Madrid, where he spent the bulk of his career, 101 with Juventus the last 2 seasons, 5 with Sporting, and 115 with his home country, Portugal. So don't get me wrong. Yes, I believe Lionel Messi is the greatest player of all time, but Cristiano Ronaldo is a top 5 player of all time. Could be top 3, could be top 2. Some people view him as the best, depending on your bias because obviously it's a subjective thing, but there's no denying the greatness of Cristiano Ronaldo. The guy is a physical specimen. Unlike Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo is a true the guy is sculpted. He's almost like a sculpture. The guy is just chiseled in a way that we've rarely seen from soccer players. The guy is a freak in a great way, and he's having a tremendous career and still defying odds. He's about 38, and he's still crushing it. So congrats to Cristiano Ronaldo. Continue doing you, man. So in the NBA, the Memphis Grizzlies beat the Oklahoma City Thunder by 73 points, 152-79 last week. It was an historic margin. The 73-point margin of victory is the biggest margin of victory in NBA history. I don't know how a team allows an opponent to beat them by 73 points because this is the NBA after all. These are professional athletes. I understand teams get shellacked all the time. I've seen 50-point blowouts. But 73 to a Memphis Grizzlies team who they're not even the most potent offense in the NBA. If you were to tell me, the Warriors beat someone by 70, the Suns, the Nets, they beat a team by 70 points, still would be mind-boggling, but okay, I get it. But the Memphis Grizzlies, OKC, I don't know how many suicides they did the next day, but I don't even know if you just have to flush that one down the toilet. And at least the Memphis Grizzlies are having a great year. They're 4th in the West, 14-10 overall record. John Morant has been crushing it. So that was like, wow, that was an impressive mark. The Phoenix Suns, I want to give them a shout out. Obviously, they had their 18-game winning streak snapped against the Warriors, but prior to that, the fact that they won 18 straight games in the NBA broke a franchise record for the longest win streak in Phoenix Suns history. Big shout out to them. And again, this is a team that reached the NBA Finals last season, and they're already off to a great start, tied with the Warriors for the best record in the NBA again this year at 20-3. So they're doing it again. Big shout out to them. and that team because they're crushing it for the second consecutive year. Transitioning to college football, Utah and the Utes won the Pac-12 title for the first time in school history. They blew out the number 10 ranked Oregon Ducks 38-10 on Friday night. That was the second time that they destroyed Oregon over a 2-week span. They beat them 38-7 2 weeks prior. And for them to win their first Pac-12 title in program history just speaks to the greatness of Kyle Whittingham, their head coach. He's 144-69 as the head coach of Utah. That's 18 seasons. It's a 68% win percentage for a guy who's underrated, who no one talks about. I think that he and Pat Fitzgerald are kind of two of the underappreciated coaches in college football that kind of just reside in their own small little kind of towns, even though Evanston is not a small town, but in the grand scheme of things, Northwestern and Utah, they're kind of isolated from other schools, but sticking with Utah, just a tremendous, tremendous feat. They've had another great year, 10-3. They're playing in the Rose Bowl against Ohio State. I think they'll probably get crushed, but again, who knows? With the way that Kyle Whittingham is able to teach and coach his kids up, they'll probably make it a game. Can't wait for that. And shout out to the Pittsburgh Panthers for winning the ACC. Wow. Kenny Pickett's tremendous. They blew the doors off of 16th ranked Wake Forest, 45-21. Kyle Pickett's has just been sensational. Sorry, Kenny Pickett, not Kyle Pickett. I was thinking Kyle Whittingham. Kenny Pickett was a finalist for the Heisman. Over 4,300 passing yards, 42 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, 67% completion percentage. The guy has been sensational, and he's had a phenomenal season. And it's impressive. No one talks about Pittsburgh in football, and good for them. Good for them for getting this shot. And Pickett had a tremendous, tremendous year. Again, he broke Dan Marino's record for the most touchdown passes in a season. And congratulations to that Panthers organization. And finally, reluctantly, I have to give credit to Jim Harbaugh and the Michigan Wolverines for winning the Big Ten Conference for the first time since 2004, winning it for the first time in the Jim Harbaugh era. And the Wolverines qualified for the college football playoff. Listen, they were 12-1 this year. They beat Ohio State. Their only loss was a narrow road loss to their in-state rival, Michigan State, 37-34. I can't hate on the guy this year. He had a fantastic season. And the Wolverines, there was an argument to be made that they should have been the top seed after Georgia lost in the fashion that they did. They're the number 2 seed. They're facing the Bulldogs, and they've got a live chance to win a national championship this year. They really do. Again, as reluctantly as I have to admit that, they really do. And they had a special season, and it's only going to continue. That'll do it for me on Morning Joe. Glad to be back on a Wednesday. Appreciate you joining me every Monday and Wednesday morning, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 10 to 11 Central, and 8 to 9 a.m. Pacific every Monday and Wednesday morning on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube page, Morning Joe with Jonah Malkin. Follow me on Twitter at Jonah_Malkin or at morning_Joe_. Twitter, or I said Twitter, Instagram, JMalk97, TikTok, Jonah Malkin. And as always, have a lovely rest of your morning.